Morning, students. All are come. Attendance, I don't know how far all are attending the class. Almost fourth unit. We have come to the fourth unit. Hope you have taken all the 3 units question answers. First of all, I hope you have bought the books from the school. Please keep all your notebooks ready because just the other day I heard the news. The schools may begin around month of August or beginning of September. So when September comes, all your notebooks should be ready with your notes written, and immediately you'll be having the exams. The quarterly exams will be conducted in the month of September. So don't say you missed the classes or missed writing and all that stories. September you'll have the quarterly, and immediately half yearly you'll have it in the month of December. So be prepared. Okay? So we started with the 4th prose lesson, that is the Attic by Satyajit Ray. Hope you understood the story about Aditya, who's traveling along with the narrator to Kolkata. On the highway, they decide to stop on the road that is dividing, that is bifurcated road that is dividing, going towards the Kolkata. So they decide to stop by the birthplace where Aditya grew up as a small boy, and after going there he's learning many things about his past. Let's continue with the lesson on page number 96. So he comes across the person who played a very important role in his life, that is in his school days, that is Sasankhya Sanya. Now see how this incident that took place so many years ago has affected Sasankhya Sanya's life. So on reaching the tea shop, they have a cup of tea, and they happen to see this Sasankhya Sanya. He never met him and spoke to him, but through this tea shop owner, that is Nagin uncle, he got lots of information about this Sasankhya Sanya. So he wanted to know where he was staying, what was he doing, and all the other things. So what is asking him, where does he stay? Page number 96, come to the 3rd paragraph. For that, the tea shop owner, that is Nagin uncle, is answering. He stays with a friend of his father's, Jogesh Kabiraj. So his father's friend. Okay. Sasankhya comes here, has tea and biscuits, and always remembers to pay, having an acute sense of self-respect. But how long things will remain like this, I don't know. So very sadly, Nagin is telling about Sasankhya Sanya. What he's saying, at present is staying at his friend's, father's friend's place, that is Jogesh Kabiraj. And he's telling that Sasankhya comes to his tea shop every day. He buys and eats, even though his financial situation is very bad. He's got no money, but just to maintain his self-respect, he pays money and then he takes tea. He pays money and then takes the biscuits. He doesn't expect anyone to give him free. Nobody should know that he is a beggar or he is a poor man or he is leading a miserly life. So all these things he doesn't want to show off. So what he's saying here, he wants to maintain his self-respect. Sasankhya comes here, has tea and biscuits, and always remembers to pay, having an acute sense. Acute means what? He's very determined that he should pay the money and then take tea or biscuits. But how long things will remain like this, I don't know, because he's feeling very sorry for Sasankhya Sanya. I don't know how long he has to depend on somebody for his living. Having paid our bill and ascertained the location of Jogesh Kabiraj's house, we got into the car. Aditya was at the wheel. He expressed a wish to visit his house. So you do want to see a house after all, I said. Now here everything is getting worked up. Aditya, after seeing Sanya, He doesn't tell him, he doesn't tell all about Sasankhya to Aditya, but everything is working within himself. He wanted to do something because his guilty conscience was troubling him. After seeing Sasankhya Sanyal, he was feeling so guilty because once upon a time, many years ago, he did a greatest crime to this Sanya. He did a very, very cruel and wicked thing. By what? By grabbing away his medal. So he told the narrator, please take me to my ancestral house, the house where I lived. So take me there. I want to go immediately. But he is not telling anything for what happened, nothing is telling. Just take me to my ancestral house. I want to go there. So for that, the narrator is asking, so at last, you wanted to go to your ancestral home. So having paid our bill and ascertain means what? Making sure of where this Sasankhya Sanyal was living. He wanted to make sure where he was living and he wanted to go and visit this person's house where he was staying. So having made sure about this fellow's location where he was staying, they left the place. Aditya was at the wheel. He expressed the wish to visit his house. He wanted to go and see the house where he lived. So for that the narrator is asking, so you want to see a house where after all? It has become essential to do so, Aditya replied. His nerves seemed overwrought for some reason. So he's saying it's essential, it's a must. I have to go. Please take me. I have to go to my house where I live. So please take me there and go. So here he saw, the narrator was able to observe something was upsetting this Aditya. Something is making him feel bad. He could see. Ever since he saw Sanyal there, his expression changed, his mood went off. Then something is really there. So he was feeling very upset. So his nerves seemed overwrought. Overwrought means what? He was feeling very upset. You could see that he was upset or he was worried about certain thing. His nerves seemed overwrought for some reason. Now this narrator doesn't know what had happened and what made this Aditya feel upset. We soon reached the house, which is surrounded by high walls. Even from the ruins, one could easily imagine how grand it must have been once upon a time. So they just found out the place where this old house existed. So went there, and soon when they reached this house was surrounded by huge walls. The Zamindar's house. Just imagine, those days, this was a Zamindar's. His grandfather were all Zamindars. So they were very rich people. A huge house. It's just completely, like just take the chief minister's house, how huge it is. Huge wall is built around it. And middle of the wall, middle of the compound existed the house. So just imagine. So even now, from the ruins means what? Ruins means all broken, all damaged. The whole building was all damaged. Because even the ruins, the house looked very grand. It was very huge, quite like a palace. The house was more like a palace. So just imagine how grand this house would have been those days. After so many years, the house looking so grand. So just imagine the house would have been very nice at that time. Even from the ruins, one could easily imagine how grand it must have been once upon a time. We entered the building, climbed up the stairs, and reached the attic on the second floor of the house. So silently, as Aditya entered, because he knew the way inside the house, the pathway, everything he knew. And the narrator was following him. They entered the house and they climbed up the stairs. And they reached the attic. Attic, I told you, is a separate place for them to store things. So they reached there at the top of the second floor. And Aditya is saying, this was my favorite room. Aditya is introducing. He's telling, this was my favorite room when I was a small boy. This was my favorite room, said Aditya. The attic has always been a favorite with children. It is in the attic that the child seems to be in a world of its own. So, as a small child, children generally they like to have a separate place for them to collect their treasures. Treasures like what? Like marbles, pendants, ball, so many small items you collect, isn't it? The broken cars, wheels, tires, rubber, this catapult, all these things, all are some childhood treasures these are. So what Aditya is saying, this attic is always the favorite place for children, because such a place only they remember, they stored all their playthings. So the attic has always been a favorite with children. It is in the attic that the child seems to be in the world of his own, that he will have his own full privacy there. Now the description, the next paragraph is a description about this attic. A portion of a wall of the attic had crumbled down. Crumble means what? I'll read the paragraph and I'll explain to you. A portion of a wall of the attic had crumbled down, and through the window that had been created, we could see the sky, the fields, a part of the rice mill, the spire of the old temple. In the whole house, the attic had probably been the worst hit by wind and weather. The floor was strewn with twigs and straw and pigeon droppings. Among other things, there was a broken cricket bat, the remains of an armchair, and a wooden packing case. So what are different things the narrator is explaining in this paragraph? A portion of the attic was broken, crumbled. Crumbled means it had fallen due to the many years have passed by, due to the heavy winds blowing. The wall had been damaged and is almost fallen down. Crumble means broken and fallen down, and that became more like a window. A window was created because the wall had broken. The wall had broken, and automatically when the wall breaks, you could see the other side of the place from where the building is fixed. And through the window that had been created means because of the wall breaking, a window had been formed. We could see the sky. We can see the sky, the open passage. Then they could see the fields on the other side. The fields are part of the rice mill. There's a rice mill on the other side. Rice mill means what? With the grind flour and all. The spire of the old temple, the tomb of the temple can also be seen through this broken wall. In the whole house, the attic had probably been the worst hit. So the other part of the house was a bit okay. It was not broken on. But only this attic was fully damaged. In the whole house, the attic had probably been the worst hit. Worst means only this space was fully damaged because of the wind and the weather. The floor was strewn with twigs and straw. So because of the opening, the whole place, the birds had come and settled there. The pigeons were all relaxed, making that place as their home, and all the droppings was collected. The droppings means the dirt of the pigeons. Wherever the pigeons say, all the droppings will get collected, isn't it? So all that was just thrown. Strewn means what? Thrown about. The twigs means the dry sticks. The twigs and the straw. The straw where the pigeons build a nest and all. Among other things that was, along with these things, the other thing that was found in the attic was what? An old cricket bat was there. The remains of an armchair and a wooden packing case. So these things were found in that attic. Aditya got on top of the packing case and pushed his hand inside the ventilator, thus upsetting a sparrow's nest, a part of which fell to the ground. However, he heaved a sigh of relief when he had got what he had been looking for. When I asked him what it was, he said, "You will get to know very soon." So what was Aditya, for what purpose do you think Aditya has come here? What purpose? Mainly to the attic. For what purpose he came? I told you in the intro. that he had thrown the medal what Sanyal got. He threw it in the attic, and that medal piece he came to fetch. So soon as they came to the attic, Aditya immediately climbed to the what they say ventilator. Ventilator is the window, small window that is fixed to the ventilator, and he put his hand there to grab something, and he got what he wanted. What he wanted? He wanted the medal. What he had pulled from Sasankhya Sanyal many years ago. So while doing so, there was a sparrow's nest. He pushed that up. The sparrow's nest was disturbed, and a part of the sparrow's nest fell down. So Aditya got on top of the packing case and pushed his hand inside the ventilator, thus upsetting a sparrow's nest, a part of which fell to the ground. However, he heaved a sigh. At last, when he put his hand, he felt something. And when he felt something, he took it in his hand and saw, then he felt relieved. He heaved a sigh and was what? I got what I wanted. Okay, so he heaved a sign of relief when he got what he had been looking for. And here narrator is wondering what was that. Then he asked him, what is that? Then Aditya said, you'll come to know. I'll tell you. Wait for some more time, I'll tell you everything he said. So the narrator asked him, what was that? He said, you'll get to know very soon. We next went to what way when after they got that medal, and where they went? They went straight to the jeweler shop, the jewelry shop. For what? To ask the value of the medal. Now what was that? What was working in Aditya's mind? And he wanted to help Sanyal by giving some money, so with that money he can buy spectacles. We next went to the jeweller's shop to find out the weight of the article. The jeweler remarked that it was an antique. Our next stop was the house of Jogesh Kabiraj. Though I was a little curious, I didn't ask Aditya anything. We entered the house and went to the room where Sasankhya Sanyal stayed. Sasankhya uncle was busy reciting verses from Tagore. When he had finished, Aditya asked, may we come in? He turned and faced us. No one visits me, he said in an unperturbed manner. Would you mind if we come in? So where they go? Soon after they got the pendant and the medal, first thing where the Aditya wanted to go, went to the jewelry shop to ask the value. You know, when to sell it, he just went to ask what's the value of this medal. And as soon as the jeweler saw this medal, he said, this piece looks like an antique. Antique means what? Olden days item. Many years ago, this was an old medal. So he just got the value for it, and immediately where they proceeded? They proceeded to meet Sanyal. They went towards Jogesh Kabiraj's house. And this, so far still Aditya never told anything to this narrator, what for where they are going, what purpose they are going, nothing is said. Our next stop was at the house of Jogesh Kabiraj. Though I was a little curious. Curious means what? Curious means he just wanted to know what was happening, what is happening. Inquisitive. Curious, you can say inquisitive, because the narrator wanted to know what was going on in Aditya's mind. I didn't ask Aditya anything. So immediately after our next stop was Jogesh Kabiraj's house. We entered the house and went to the room where Sasankhya Sanyal stayed. So they inquired about Sasankhya Sanyal, they went to meet him. And what is Sasankhya Sanyal doing? Sasankhya Sanyal, as usual, is only reciting Rabindranath Tagore's poetries. Sasankhya Sanyal was busy reciting verses from Tagore. When he had finished, Aditya volunteered. He said, can I come in? Aditya asked, may we come in? He turned. Then Sasankhya was surprised. He said, generally I don't have any visitors at all. No one comes and sees me. No, I don't have visitors at all. He turned and faced us. No one visits me, he said in an unperturbed manner. What is the meaning of unperturbed? Unperturbed means undisturbed. He was wondering why these fellows are coming here. Would you mind if we come in? Then he's saying, come in. Except for a charpoy, there was nothing else to sit on. So we remained standing. So his room was all barren, nothing was there. No sofa, no chairs, nothing. Just a mat, a charpoy was there, and so they remained standing. Except for the charpoy, there was nothing else to sit on. So we remained standing. Do you remember Aditya Narayan Chaudhary? Aditya asked. So first thing what he asked Sasankhya? Do you remember Aditya Narayan Chaudhary? That is asking his own name. Do you remember that person? Of course, said the gentleman. Can he forget? Can Sasankhya Sanyal forget? Of course, said the gentleman. The spoiled child of affluent parents was a fairly good student but could never beat me. He was extremely jealous of me and used to tell lies. So what do you say? What truth is telling about Aditya? Of course, I remember Aditya. I remember that Aditya Chaudhary, he was a child of a spoiled child of a rich parent. Affluent means what? A very rich, very wealthy parents. Okay, affluent means parents. He was a spoiled child. He was a spoiled child means what? You can see some children, those having lots of money, they act very proud. They only want to take the lead in everything. So he was a spoiled child, you say. He was a fairly good student. That Aditya was a good student, but he couldn't beat me at all. I was always first. He tried his level best to beat me, but he couldn't beat me at all. He was a fairly good student, but never beat me. He was extremely jealous of me and used to tell lies. So you have got the meaning for the word spoiled. Spoiled means what? Spoiled means not rotten, rowdy and all that. Spoiled means very in this in school life can say spoiled child, a child who is very proud, always acts very boisterous, always bullies other children. So such a person is called spoiled. So he is saying he is a spoiled child of a wealthy parent. He was fairly a good student, but he could never beat me. He was extremely jealous. This Aditya was very jealous of me because he couldn't win over me. And he used to tell lots of lies. Was it that the truth, no? What lies Aditya told? He went and threw the medal in the attic, and what lies he came and told Sanya? That there was a hole in his pocket and the medal fell off from his pocket. I know, said Aditya. He then took out a packet from his pocket and handing it over to him said, "This is for you from Aditya." So what he did immediately? I know. Aditya was a very spoiled child. He used to bully other boys very much. I know all about him. And immediately he took out a packet from his pocket and gives it to Sanya. He's saying here, this is from Aditya. This is for you from Aditya. What is it? He asked. Then he's asking, what is it? Immediately never grabbed. He didn't grab because he was offering him something. He just asked him plainly, what is it? Money. Money? How much money? 150 rupees. He said that he will be happy if you accept it. Shall I laugh or cry? For that what Sanya will say. How will I accept that money? Should I cry or laugh? Shall I cry or laugh? Aditya has given me money. Why the sudden generosity? Why is Aditya having generosity towards me? Suddenly today, after so many years, why is he feeling sorry for me? He should have felt sorry for me that day when he told me that he lost my medal. He should have felt sorry that time. After so many years, he's feeling sorry for me. He's trying to act very generous and he's trying to give me money. Why? Why is he giving me money now? He's asking. Why the sudden generosity? Man does change with time. Perhaps Aditya is not the same Aditya as before. So what Aditya is saying? Man will change. I am not the same Aditya, Sanya. I have changed. As the years went by, as times have changed. I am not the same spoiled child. Today, I am a different person. So man will change with time, he is saying. Perhaps Aditya is not the same Aditya as before. A change, I got the prize. He could not bear it. He took it from me to show his father and never returned it to me. Said then, there was a hole in his pocket and it had fallen through. So what he's saying? Sanyal is hinting, is taunting and is saying, Kutti kamikirdu. And what lies he told? He told me that there was a hole in his pocket. He took that pendant from me saying that he showed his parents and bring it back. But he never brought it back. Next day he's coming telling me lies, saying that he lost the medal, saying that there was a hole in his pocket. I got the prize. What is saying? I changed. I got the prize. For my recitation, I got the prize. He could not bear it. Because I got the prize, that Aditya was not able to bear it. Bear another. Bear means not able to tolerate. Jealous. He was so jealous because I got the prize. Okay? Because I got the prize, that Aditya was not able to bear. He was feeling so jealous of me. And he took it from me saying that he'll show it to his parents and bring it back. And next day what is coming and saying? Said that there was a hole in his pocket and it had fallen through it. This is the price of the medal, it is yours. Say, now don't give me, I don't want. That money is yours. You told lies and took the medal from me, no? The money also belongs to you, say. Sasanka Sanyal was amazed. He stared at Aditya and said, the price of the medal, that could not be more than 5 rupees. It was a silver medal. So those days, medal's worth was only 5 rupees. Today the worth is 150, 150 rupees. But I don't want money, he's saying. I want the value. I don't want the value of the pendant medal, but the glory what I lost, the name, the honor, the glory what I lost, I want back that. Will you bring back that to me? Will you bring back that glory to me? I don't want money, he's saying. So he's flatly refusing. Sasankhya Sanyal was amazed. Amazed means what? He was shocked, astonished. He stared. He stared at Aditya, so boiling. He's filled with anger, so angry with Aditya. He stared at Aditya and said, the price of the medal, that could not be more than 5 rupees. It was a silver medal. Silver is now 30 times costlier than before. 30 times costlier. Those days it was 5 rupees. Today it is become 150 rupees. So the silver value has increased. Really had no news of that. But Sasanka uncle looked at the 15, 10 rupee notes in his hand and then looked at Aditya. There was a completely new expression on his face. He said, Aditya, this smacks too much of charity, doesn't it? So what does it show? You giving me money and now shows that you are forcefully giving me something. You are forcefully giving me something, seeing my condition, seeing that I am become poor, seeing my state. You are trying to do charity to me by returning that money of that medal. Okay, so I don't want that, he's saying. Aditya is feeling very offended. Aditya, this smacks me too much of charity. Smacks means what? Drive to put forcefully into something. We remained silent. Peering intently at Aditya, Sasanka Sanyal smiled and said, I had recognized you at Nagan uncle's tea shop by that mole on your right cheek. So what he's saying here, don't think I did not recognize you. In the tea shop itself, I recognized you. The tea shop itself, when you're having tea in the Nagan uncle's shop, I came to know is the same Aditya who had cheated me so many years back. The mole on your right cheek, I recognized you. I came to know it was you. So what is saying? Peering intently at Aditya, peering is what? Intently is looking at him. Closely is looking at him. Sasankhya Sanyal smiled and said, I had recognized you at Nagan uncle's tea shop by that mole on your right cheek. Mole is what? The birthmark. Mole on your right cheek. I could see you had not recognized me, but you never recognized me. I recognized you. I could see, I made you out through that mole on your right cheek. I could see you had not recognized me. So because I recognized you, I recited that poetry. I came to know it was you. So purposely I recited the poetry, what poetry is said? The poetry, what is that heading of the poetry? Keeping of a promise. You promised me that you bring back my medal the next day. But did you bring back? No. So purposely, to make you remember, I recited that poetry of Tagore that evening essay. So I recited the same poem what I recited that day and got the prize. I recited that poetry for you to get back the memories. So I recited the same poem that I recited on the prize giving day on purpose, purposely, wantedly, so that you may remember. Then when you came to visit me, I couldn't help venting my anger on you. So now when you come to visit me, I can't help venting my anger. Venting means what? Showing my anger. I want to bring back everything. What I wanted to shout at you that day, today I am shouting. Today I am telling the whole thing, what was boiling within me from so many years. Today I am telling it out. I am venting my anger. I am showing my anger. The anger that was inside me for so many years, only today I am pouring it out, he's saying. I couldn't help venting my anger on you. What has kept for so many years, today I am showing that anger on you. You have done the right thing. Your grievances are absolutely justified. But I will be happy if you accept the money, said Aditya. So Aditya is feeling sorry. He's saying what you have done is very right. Anybody in your place would have done the same thing. But I am very sorry. I understand your grievances. I understand your troubles. The sorrows what you underwent. The grievances what you underwent. I understand. But please, just if you take this money, I'll feel very happy. Don't send me back sad, he said. So please accept the money what I'm giving you. Sasanka Sanyal shook his head and said no. Flatly he's saying no. Money will soon be spent. Money will be spent immediately. Money won't stay long. But I would have preferred to have the medal if it were possible. So I don't want money. I want the medal. What if you're having it with me, please give me the medal, you say. I would prefer. Prefer means I would like to have the medal instead of the money. I would have preferred to have the medal if it were possible. I would have forgotten that unpleasant incident of my childhood if I could get that medal back. So if I get that medal back, what I had in my mind all these days, I will definitely forget what happened to me in my childhood days. So the medal that had been hidden in the attic for 29 years long, 29 long years, was eventually restored to its owner. So at last, for 29 years, that medal was just lying there. 29 years, losing all its glory. If only that medal was there in this man's hand, that medal would have taken him somewhere heights in his life. It would have become a great person in his life. But that one particular incident changed this person's life completely. So see here, it may be a small incident, but this small incident, whole life of this man was ruptured. Whole life was affected. His whole life was psychologically, his life was hit. So here, that brought back smiles. For 29 years, this medal was restored. Restored means given back to the rightful owner. So the medal that had been hidden in the attic for 29 long years was eventually means at last it was given back to the right owner, restored to his owner. So what was written on that, in that medal? What was written? What was inscribed on it, engraved on it? Sriman Sasanka Sanyal, special prize for recitation 1948, was still clearly engraved on it. Translated from the Bengali story Chilikota. That is the story. In Bengali the story is Chilikota. In English it is the attic. So I'll have to the story. So this simple story, it may be a simple story, but a small incident that had taken place affected this person so much, and that went and brought back joy and happiness to the rightful owner after so many years. the story about the lesson, the attic. Hope all of you understood the lesson. Quite sentimental. The story is very touching, very sentimental. So from this story you can learn. You can learn that we should not make another person feel offended by doing small things, by bullying your friends, by making fun, by making him making him feel ashamed in front of others, ragging. All this is which can be counted for his grievances. That will grieve him. Such small incidents will grieve a person his lifetime. So be very careful how you deal with your friends and everything. What in the small aspects in life will turn out to be very serious. So that's the story about the attic by Satyajit Ray. Please read it. Try to understand it. I shall learn all the meanings that is given at the glossary. Learn the meanings. I shall send you the brief answers, question answers and the detailed question answers. Then we shall go to the vocabulary section once the 4th unit is over. Okay, I shall just send the question answers today. Then we'll do all the grammar work once we finish with the poetry and the supplementary. Okay, after finishing the supplementary and the poetry, we shall come back to the grammar, and maybe for this grammar I will take you into the class age. We'll take it live and put it on the class age. You can see the full grammar portion, that is conjunctions. Okay children, see you then. Meet you at the Zoom another 5 minutes time. Bye.